welcome back to another episode of Gas, Snacks and Gears. Today we have Adrian from Adrian Fallace Photography.
Fallace.
Everyone
gets that wrong.
What?
Everyone gets that wrong.
Oh, there you go. Fallace. There we go.
And it's
Italiano?
Yeah.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah. I let everyone just say it. I'm like, let's see who gets it right.
Oh, look, I feel like I should have been more prepared. Should have brushed up on my Italian a bit, but you know what? There's always next time.
That is all good.
That's alright. Well, unfortunately, you all join us on a shitty Canberra weather day where there's rain, it's little small pebbles, a bit of hail, but fingers crossed this should pass. But yeah, worst case scenario, I'll probably have to like park, as we were saying before, probably like park somewhere just to make sure we're covered. So, Adrian, let us know. Tell us about your car, man. What do you have here today?
Ford Focus ST, so 2013. One of the pre-facelifts. I don't know, everyone's got their like Mark 3s or whatever they call it. I can just know it as a 2013
Yeah.
Focus ST. Bought it, I think, 3-4 years ago. Previous owner had already done exhaust and wheels.
Yeah.
And we believe the tune. We're not sure. I haven't put it onto a dyno.
Yeah.
It's not really my thing to go chasing numbers. But everyone that has driven it, gone alongside it, has said, yeah, it definitely has a tune of some sort. No idea what it is.
It'd be quite interesting to see whether or not, like, you know, when you put this next to, I guess, a stock ST of this particular variant, but not that many in ACT that at least I've seen or heard of. So
there's a fair few.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's sure, it's got a potentially it's got a tune, but
yeah,
I don't think it's extreme or crazy or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit more torquey, as one mechanic said. So yeah, don't know what it is.
Well, at least it still, you know, still keeps its daily drivability at the end of the day. Because right now it's nice, it's very comfortable, very smooth. At the end of the day, it's not.
It's a fun daily, is what I wanted, and that's exactly what it is. It's an I call it a terrier because you put your foot down sometimes and it just kind of. If you're not careful, it'll bite your head off because it's front wheel drive.
Yeah.
I like that. Exhaust was done by Powertone in Fishwick, I believe they are. I only know that because they've got videos up on the Facebook page.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, it's a 2.5 all the way through, and 3-inch tips. But yeah, I only know that because I found it, or a mate found it on their Facebook page. Yeah, there's that. Then once I bought the car, I did brakes.
Yep.
So I've got DBA T2s with Hawk ceramic pads. And there's always a story behind that as to why I got that, but I'll come back to that. Then just little things like go fast bits blow off valve.
Yeah.
Then CPE cold air intake. And that's it. Like in terms of performance wise, the other thing was carbon fiber interior.
Yeah, I just noted that as well because obviously the ST never came with carbon fiber stock stuff anyway.
No, which annoys me because the US spec cars had that option. You could opt for the US carbon interior trim, but if you put it on Australian, everything's the wrong way.
Yeah. I actually don't know, like, I feel like sometimes when it comes to cars anyway, like, we kind of get screwed over every now and again. We don't get the best, like, you know, spec of everything.
It's very rare we get screwed over when it comes to US cars.
Yeah.
So,
like, in terms of the color, like, what's the color, like, called, like, the color code for this?
The color code is Tangerine Scream.
Tangerine Scream.
But all over the internet, I know. Definitely American name. On the internet, you'll see heaps of polls and arguments of if it's yellow or orange. It depends on the light. Basically.
Yeah.
It's a base coat of yellow.
Yeah.
So the base is yellow, and then it's got a 3-coat metallic. So the 3-coat metallic is orange, gold, and I have no idea what the third one is, to be completely honest with you.
No, that's alright. Pretty sure someone in the comments below is probably going to say,
oh, yes. Yeah, I'll look closer at it one day.
Yeah.
But depending on the light, it'll look canary yellow, it'll look bright orange. But then you'll have your other days where...
I can take this left, I reckon. Yeah, would be easier.
It'll look like afternoon sun. If you get it at the right angle, it'll look like a caramel brown.
It's interesting, because, like, because I've been following your page for quite some time now as well, but I noticed that like depending on like when you take your photos off the car, like it just goes through sort of like gradual change in color, and I'm just like, is that the same car, or like are you playing with filters or anything like that? But
no,
it's really just like lighting in itself.
It's just the paint. I love it.
That's pretty cool.
Very, very unique.
Yeah.
And like you said before, like it stands out.
It definitely does. And like also like offset by like the black wheels as well. It's like, you know, the perfect black and yellow combination, and the grille at the front is just like all black. At least from when I approached it, I was like, this looks pretty awesome.
You'll be hard pressed to find a bit of chrome
on
this car, and like they don't come with a lot of chrome from factory, but I also have a vendetta against chrome and I hate it. Yeah. So
sometimes I feel with chrome, it's kind of should have been stuck, you know, in the past. It should just stay there, but you know,
tacky. I hate it. I go out of my way to get rid of it. The only chrome that you'll see are the exhaust tips. Yeah, I think that's okay, but everything else just does my head in.
No, that's pretty good. So in terms of with the car, like normally, as you're saying, you know, use it for just simple dailying at the same time. Have you ever had a chance to like take it out on track or do any quarter miles, even though you don't chase numbers, that kind of thing?
No, I haven't gone to a track because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's my daily. I don't want to go unnecessarily damaging or breaking things, because if this car is out of action, I can't get to work.
Ah, fair enough.
I can't get to my full-time job. I can't get to freelance jobs, and then I lose money. I lose more money, as well as repairing the stuff that I break, because I know that I will. I put the brakes on. A few people are like, oh cool, you got better brakes, you can take it on a track. I'm like, that's not why I did it. That's really not why I did it.
I didn't just stop.
And that's the whole story with the brakes. I went down Macquarie Pass with a few mates. One mate got ahead of traffic, and I could hear him keep going. Brandon with the XR5, that's now on bags, he was going for it. I could hear his car, so I knew there was no traffic. I got around the van, I think it was a van or a truck or something, and I just had at it. I knew there was no traffic, so just put the foot down and went for it. Caught up to him at the last corner. No idea what speed I was doing. Just know it was like second and third the whole way down. And engine braking wasn't enough. So I got down to the end of the pass, pulled over after Brandon, got out and we're talking, and after a couple of seconds, Brandon's like, "Don't smoke from your car." And my rotors were purple, broad daylight. The rotors were actually purple, and smoke was pouring out of them.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Because normally with like I'm not too sure about STs, but like with stock, like, you know, brakes, I feel like that shouldn't be a color that emanates from your car.
No. If it was during the night, they would have been glowing for sure.
Would have made for a cool, like, you know, photo, but at the same time, you know, you're just gonna be.
Oh, it was more like I should really get my car moving to cool them down, so I just jumped in the car and started driving.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, but really weird. Like, obviously, I pushed my car really hard, and I've never done it that hard again.
Yeah.
It was fun, and the scary thing was, it wasn't like scary while doing it. I felt that I was within my limits, and definitely within the car's limits. I never felt like the car slide or anything like that. The scary thing was of how capable this thing was.
Yeah.
Going from my previous car, which was an all-wheel drive Impreza, and that thing gripped, but I was throwing this thing down Macquarie Pass, not holding back, stamping on the brakes, hitting like, I don't know. I didn't look at the dash the whole time. I just kept on going. But it was just okay.
All right, so Adrian, if you don't mind letting us know more about your photography, man.
Ask away.
Well, I've been the type of person who's been like following you since early camera car scene days anyway, and I've always seen your photography gradually get way better and better and better. Like, how did you get yourself into, I guess, that space of, you know what, gonna pick up a camera, start, you know, having proper shots of, you know, be it items or be it cars or be it anything? Like, where did that passion for photography start?
It started way back in school. I can't remember. I was studying graphic design, but I probably should have picked photography because I always was in that classroom. So I picked up camera at school, kind of had that creative eye, in a sense. And then from there, got my first camera at the end of year 12. And was always kind of mucking around with it, a little bit here and there. Met a professional photographer. He mentored me for a little while. So I did I got this car and I really got into the car scene.
Yeah.
And once I got into the car scene, I was like, well, why can't I take photos of Ferraris? Why can't I take photos of Porsches? And that was the next goal. I was like, cool, I can do weddings. I know I can do weddings.
Yeah.
I can back myself, not in a cocky way, but I've done enough now. You know, you put me in a situation in a room with 200 people and I'll get the job done.
Yeah.
But I wanted that little bit more. I've always liked high-end cars. You know, you put it on your bedroom wall and stuff like that.
So that dream's like all anyway, right?
Yeah. So that was just the next thing. I was like, I always see these cars driving around Canberra because people around here are loaded. And they're here. I know they're in Canberra.
Yeah.
And I also travel to Wollongong and Sydney quite often.
Yeah.
I know they're there as well. It's just a matter of getting into that little group so they trust you.
True.
And you got to show them that you're not an idiot.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Have I gotten to that point? I don't know.
I mean, look, some of the photos that I've seen have been of some high-end cars, so you know, you're getting
some of the
there.
cars, I'm definitely getting there. Have I gotten my goal in my eyes? Because I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I always want to push myself that little bit more.
Yeah.
I will say no. I'm happy with what I've done so far, but you know, I still want to get that Lamborghini.
Yeah, true. Hey, look, we all gotta have that dream at the end of the day. And
yeah, so that's the thing. Like, I just want to, you know, push myself more and more and take photos of just nice cars and do those photos that you see people in the US and the UK do. And, you know, get into more magazines. I've managed to get into one magazine.
Oh, no way.
There's a second magazine that I found out last week that's using my images as well. So that's two, which is cool. It's nice to say I'm published and actually have the evidence behind it. Not just be one of those people like, oh, I'm a published photographer. Like, oh, you know.
Is it really published? You know?
So just doing that, like, I would love to work for a magazine, an automotive magazine.
Yeah.
And do that, and then on the side on the weekends do a wedding. I still really like doing weddings. Weddings are fun to me. Yeah. There's a lot of people that hate them, shooting them. There's a lot of people that are like nervous of doing it and scared, I should say. Yeah. But no, I'm like
all about it.
Got my cameras. I know what I'm doing with my cameras. I like people. Let's have a laugh and just go and do photos. I like it. I put myself through it because I enjoy it.
I think it's one of those things where I always find it.
Zero traction.
And the boost comes on. It definitely comes on.
I was curious. Look, it's no traction.
If only it was, a little less rain, it'd be perfect. Interesting, considering like it's, it's a hatch. I would have expected it to be just a nimble.
No. No, my partner constantly has a dig at me. She's like, your car will do that in about 4 turns. Yep, and she'll do it in one hit. Like just a simple U-turn, 4 tries in her car. Yeah. One in hers, 4 in mine. The colour of a bus turns like a bus.
Jeez. And on that note. Awesome, man.
And just like that, another episode is done. I'd just like to thank Adrian for being a part of the show. Make sure to leave a link in the description below to his Instagram page, Adrian Fallace Photography. Got the surname right this time around. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.